Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Grand Spartan, get another week kicked off here today. But today is Mining Monday. We are going to mine. Because I want to get more gunpowder, more lead. But first thing we need to do is get some things situated in our storage here. Get everything in its appropriate place. Appreciate the support this past weekend on the stream series. Had a good time there. Got a lot done on the new base too. That thing is certainly moving forward, coming together. So I'm going to put this in here. And building supplies, we'll put that there. Now I need your suggestions moving forward for how I'm going to do the lighting. I'm going to go ahead and put the wire tool in the engine there as well. How I'm going to do the lighting for the outside of this base. I want to put spotlights, and I want to put a lot of them. The easiest thing for me to do would be to put those spotlights every 14 blocks or so, 12, 14 blocks, and just attach the wires, one wire to the next. But I know some of you are concerned about the way that might look. Well, we did it on the stream series on Code Red, and I thought it looked great. I didn't have any issues with the wires going from light to light. And we could do something fancy at the top, kind of like we did with the lighting up here. And, do something like that. Of course, we'd just add more of a load to the generator if we did that. But yeah, I need your suggestions as to how you think I should do the lighting. That should be enough right there. We're going to leave this wood behind, and I guess I'll carry the bandage. Don't necessarily need to take that with me, though. Let's leave the bandage here. There are all kind of ways that I could do it. I'm going to put my repair kits there in case I have a cave-in and I die. So before I started recording, I actually looked at the map, and I think I'm going to go right here. We've never mined there, and we have mined here before in the wasteland, but we've never mined here in this area. We mined over here, we got lead, and we need lead. We need lead too, so maybe we can come across some coal, some lead, some nitrate all over in that forest biome. Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about here before we get too far away. My mining helmet is turned off. Too far away from the base. So my idea is, we'll have a little bit of light to go along with it, is to put a pole here to go down about 12 blocks or so. Put a pole there. Maybe put, I was just going to do one spotlight on each one. I guess we could put 3. It would look a little odd with an even number, but but you know what I'm saying. A pole, and then attach the wire from that pole to this pole and so forth and so on. And we could have a generator down in the concrete somewhere with a hatch over the top of it that would power those. And we'd probably have to separate it in, have however many a generator would hold if we did 40. And I'm guessing it's probably going to take about that amount. It's probably going to take about 40 to go all the way around this base, separated by 12 to 14 blocks. Maybe more than that. Maybe more like 50 or 60 even. But I'd like your suggestions as to how you think I should do that. Because that'll be our last large project on this base. We get the spotlights put up all the way around the outside of it. Paint the ground, paint the columns. And we're done. Get to record a base preview video. Get some music recorded for it, which I look forward to. So anyway, yeah, let's be thinking about that for tomorrow's episode. Because most likely, if I can accomplish what I hope to accomplish today in today's episode and getting the coal and nitrate and lead, all the stuff that we need. Coal I'm not quite as worried about because we could ride around on the plains biome here and get enough coal. Look at that. Little airdrop. I'll take that. Let's see if we have room in the mini bike for it. We don't. Ugh. Well, I might end up throwing that out, folks. I know you don't want to hear that. But that's just extra space taken up in my inventory. Probably should have checked my mini bike storage before I left. But that's certainly going to be our last large project on this base, getting the exterior lighting done. And seeing as to how picky you were about that lighting we did before on the outside, you know, I want to hear what you have to say about spotlights all the way around the outside of the base. Now go take a look at Code Red. Go take a look at that base, and you'll see that I have wires going from one pole to the next. There was a light down in there. Did you see that in that hole? I think I know what that is, though. So, like, is that a road that leads up into there? That kind of be a good place. Be a good place for a base. Oh, there's another light. Oh, there's a deer. Right there. Let's it's just one more spot taken up in my inventory. With some meat. Tastes so good to eat. Let's see where we are. Oh, we're pretty deep into this biome. And then I needed to check my elevation too. I didn't do that. I don't want to waste too much elevation if this is down. We may be up. Yeah, we're up. Positive 72. Okay. So, let me get back on my mini bike, turn my light off. I have plenty of repair kits. Might as well go ahead and get this thing tip-top before we get started. Is there anything in my mini bike that I could throw out? I think everything was important. Well, we could probably throw the antibiotics out. I tell you what, we're going to take our torches with us, though. We are going to take those. I'll put this here. That leaves us space for one item, which would be our meat. And if I need to, I'll throw these 3 items out here. And you'll see why in a moment. But I don't see any better place to start than right here. We'll just chew into the side of this mountain. As a matter of fact, there's gravel right here. Look at that. I think that's, yeah, that's gravel. That's gravel. Well, we need to be facing directly east in order to go into it, but check my map one more time. Alright, so we're going to be going that way. I kind of almost wanted to go that way, but that's not going to work out as far as the mountain is concerned here. Well, I don't think there's anything in that gravel. A little bit of gravel right there. I'm not picking any resources out of it. So, yeah, with all the spotlights we're going to do on the base, I can't get fancy. Now, let's go ahead and start angling down here. And put an engine or a generator every hole. You know, we can't do that. That's out of the question. Oh, look at that. Already hitting the lead. What? Nice. Well, that was jackpot. Right off the start. Go ahead and clear out some of this gravel so it doesn't fall down on top of us. Look at all that lead. My goodness. Oh, just like that. Well, I know 330 is excited. He enjoys mining. He enjoys the mining episodes. I think he might be the only one, though. Oh, that's coal, too! It's coal! What? You couldn't get any luckier than that. Now we just need nitrate. We can make shotgun shells right here where we stand. We get a forge set up out here. Someone bring me a forge. A workbench. Yeah, I honestly have not put a whole lot of thought into the exterior lighting. I figured we keep that kind of simple. The more I started thinking about it, I was like, you know, I caught so much flack for the way I was going to do those other lights. And we're still not done with those other lights. I still need to figure out some way to pretty those things up a little bit. You know what I mean? Still got to figure that out. So our elevation right now is plus 77. We're going up, but just to kind of show you, there's no magical elevation when you're chewing into the side of a mountain where you're going to find resources. Could be anywhere. And right here we have lead and coal in the same exact spot. Trying to kind of build myself up a little spiral staircase of sorts. Get up and around here so we don't do that, so we don't drop too much of it down. We can come down on top of it. And also so I don't drop it on my head. Get all excited and find resources, and the next thing you know, we're dead over here. Running back to our body. Yeah, we could probably make another mini bike if we had to. I don't know if I have wheels. I could make everything else. Man, we couldn't have gotten any luckier than right here. 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 nodes with 1 auger. Two resources. 1 man, 2 resources. 2 resources and 1 man. I don't know. It's early, folks. It's early in the morning. Still getting my morning coffee on. Yeah, absolutely plan on having some streams this week in the AM, sometime around 7, 8 o'clock AM. Much like we did last week. Had a good time doing that. Had a good crowd in there too. They say it's early in the morning. Kind of cater to you folks overseas. On the different time zones. I got a lot of comments that, hey, this is actually a great time for me. So yeah, hopefully I can hit that sweet spot again for you and get you an early morning stream. Because I want to get that base, that stream series base. I want to get it close to completion here before too long. I put a lot of work into it. Hey, if you missed that stream, if anything, skip to the end and look at what it looks like. Look at that. Look at that. Already a stack of coal and a stack of lead. But tune in and check it out, the pit. The old Brad pit. Check out the pit and see what it looked like once we painted it black. Man. The abyss. The dark pit of abyss. The dark Brad pit of abyss. It was pretty incredible looking. I apologize once again because I forgot who made that suggestion to paint those black. But yeah, we're gonna paint all 4 of those black, and it's going to look marvelous. We might have to make a couple trips over here. Might have to mark it on my map as well. Well, we could do something fancy with bulletproof glass now with all this extra lead we're going to have. Absolutely could. But the plan is really... We've already used it up. The plan is honestly to finish this base and move on to a new base. A new base. So if we do that, yeah, we're going to need plenty of lead for shotgun shells, for bulletproof glass, if we decide to go that route. Kind of wanted to go that route on the stream series, but to save you and myself from a bunch of mining, I decided not to do the bulletproof glass on the second base. We'll try to make it as nice looking as we can without doing that. We might still use some, but not as much as what we used on this base. Just so I'm not having to do this every single episode, every single stream. You know, mine. Boy, what a honey hole this is, though, for lead. I think we had one other spot that was similar to this, but couldn't have found a better place to pick up lead and coal, though. Look at that. Is that coal that I just picked up right there? It is. It's still up here. So I'm still going up. What am I at now? Plus 95, folks. I'm at plus 95 and still grabbing coal and lead. The lead's not as surprising as the coal. But these resources just go up. I should almost like build my way all the way up to the top and then just auger the whole mountain down. I kind of want to do a base in the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be real careful about that. It's going to have to be a large enough mountain that the zombies can't come around the backside and chew through it, because they will turn it into Swiss cheese. I had a comment on my video that zombies cannot... Oh, we're already at the dirt. That's dirt that I just picked up. Yeah, that's dirt. Okay, so I have to be careful. We can't go north or up anymore. We have to start going down. But he commented that he built his base in such and such an area, whatever, and that the zombies were digging straight down on him. And I was thinking about the location he was talking about, and I know that he was on an elevated area. And, you know, if you're not on a flat surface, I mean, and I'm saying flat, I mean perfectly flat surface, like what you see right here, completely flat, where you can put frames down like that. See how flat that is right there? If you don't have that, then they are going to dig. They are going to dig. This right here, if you put your base up on this thing right here, they can walk up to that and hit it. They're going to hit those blocks. They are going to dig that. But they will not do this number and go straight down. They'll dig out like right here, but they're not going to dig straight down. But anyway, I didn't even respond to it, because that, you know, it's an older video now, and people are going to say what they're going to say. We had plenty of arguments, even though I had 2 videos, not one, but 2 videos back to back that I uploaded, proving that they will not attack and dig straight down. I still get that from time to time, that, oh, they absolutely dig straight down. They'll dig a hole straight down to bedrock. Like, you know, they took that out of the game a long time ago because of issues with the zombies. Just, you know how you'll come up on a zombie. We've done it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Run for your life, Spartan. Is it all going to fall down? Oh, it is all going to fall down. We might have to run for where the hole is at. Oh my gosh. But what I was going to say is, you know how we've come across areas before where the zombies are just randomly beating on a block somewhere? Imagine this, that you come up on them and you can hear him, but you don't see him. You're like, where's that zombie? What's he beating on? Then you realize he's down in a hole because he has dug himself a hole straight down because he just walked up to an area and started beating. Well, that's what they had done at one point, you know, so they had to take that out because they're turning the map to Swiss cheese. It's causing lots of issues. And just talked to someone yesterday about Owls Lose came in asking about TNT and how to kind of disable that or whatever, because he had people using it. And, you know, if you have too many holes around your server and you start caving things in, you're gonna run into issues. Single player or multiplayer server. And that's what they did. You know, zombies were destroying the map. But anyway, I have that discussion about once a month now. It used to be pretty common, about once a week, twice a week. Now it's about once a month I get that. You know, the zombies dig straight down. And, I had to make another video. What I did was I dug a hole in the wasteland biome, because this is on Alpha 15. And I dug a hole about 4 blocks deep, so that my head was directly beneath this hole. And I put quarter blocks above me. Okay? And I drew in about 20 or 30 zombies. And they were walking right above my head, and I recorded the video once I gathered up enough zombies and went down in there. Not one point of damage on any block. Had dogs, you know, had all kind of stuff. I think he even had a bear in one of the videos up above me. but you know, a screamer. So then this guy's like, oh, the true test is would be to put wooden frames down, because those wooden frames, they're gonna break right through and be on top of you. So I did. I recorded that same night. Got another video up. Had wooden frames. I took out the quarter blocks, or maybe I just dug a new hole, and instead of quarter blocks, I put wood frames. I had about 20 or 30 zombies walking on the wood frames right above my head. I mean, right above my head. And you know as well as I do, they'll destroy a wooden frame in one shot. It's done. And not one wooden frame was destroyed. Not one wooden frame was harmed in the recording of that video. So, I don't know what more proof you want, but if you build on the side of a mountain or an elevated terrain, or it's looking like that, you know, you got a little nipple sticking up like that or something. Yeah, they're gonna dig at you. They're gonna break that block and they're gonna fall down in a hole and start digging that hole bigger. But I'm surprised. I mean, we're gonna have to go back to the base because this is just a lot of lead. I don't have. I guess I could throw out stone in this AK, of course. But this might match our other honey hole for lead across the map. Only difference is I think there was nitrate over there, and we have coal over here to go along with the lead. We're gonna probably have another collapse here at some point. I don't want to dig up much more, because see, we're right there at the surface. We already have that hole, and if a wandering horde comes through here, yeah, we're gonna have to kill them in the hole. I guess we don't have to dig a grave site for them. We already have it right here. A hole to bury them in. It's a pretty big area. We're gonna end up collapsing this whole thing is what's gonna happen. But look at this. We're up to 3 stacks of lead and almost 3 stacks of coal already. I mean, that's beautiful. That just puts it so that we have to go find nitrate. Let's take a look at the map. Uh-oh. I hear a zombie. So we have, I see a little bit of snow right there. I don't know what that may lead to. We'll have to do some exploration and figure that out, because that's where we're going to want to go to get our nitrate. And if we have a full-on... Is that coal right there? That is coal right there. If we have a full-on snow biome right next to us, you know, we're going to go over there and get our nitrate. And I appreciate you bearing with me. I know some of you probably don't care for mining episodes quite like 330 May, but an absolute necessary part of the game. And when's the last time I made you sit through a mining episode, folks? When's the last time? We've been base building and zombie killing for a long time now, and no mining. I have made the most out of the resources I had acquired, and not had to do any mining episodes for a long time. So you gotta give me this one. You gotta give me this one. This is one of my favorite things to do too. You know, I could sit here and mine for hours and hours and hours if time would allow it. Just go back with, you know, 30 stacks of lead, 30 stacks of coal, and which we should kind of do that at some point. That way we don't ever have to do it again. You saw how long I made those resources last time that we went out mining. I don't know how many episodes it's been since we went mining, but man, you know, imagine if I did about 6 or 7 times that amount all at once. How many episodes we could go? We could probably go like 2 months. Heck, we might have gone 2 months this time without having to mine. At least a month. We don't really need iron. That's kind of a wasted resource. I might actually throw that iron out. We'll get our iron fixed. You know, we'll absolutely get that. Let me take that out of my way. Shave it off layer by layer. What I can do is, now that we have that big giant hole up there, is I can just frame my way up. I brought all the frames, and it'll be easy for me to get in and get out of this place. And we'll just keep shaving it down layer by layer as we need lead and coal. Trying to get back down to the coal. I haven't seen any coal here recently, but I'd like to get back down to that. At least get 2 more stacks of it. But this is quick. I expected this to be like an hour-and-a-half episode to get the amount of resources I had hoped to accomplish here in a mining episode. But we're making quick work of this, folks. What are we up to here? Let's do a sort. 4 stacks, 3 stacks, almost 3 stacks of coal. Let's see. Let me plan this out. Where is the actual coal? Kind of expecting this to cave in on me at any moment now. Coal is over here. Let me chew out this a little bit. Just making sure, you know, I'm not missing out on coal over here. I see it right there. Yeah, we can probably stand to throw some of this stone out for more precious resources. Maybe the sand too. Iron, all that stuff. Let's go ahead and repair our auger. I'm having to click too many times. My finger's getting tired of clicking. You know, I don't hold down on the button. That way I can keep it all nice and pretty and accurate. If you're holding down on the button, I'll hold down on the button, and I have a good bit of experience with the auger, but what you're going to run into is you have to stay above the block a little bit because it jumps around so much, you'll end up digging a hole up underneath. Just right there. Exactly what I was getting ready to say. You'll dig a hole down the next level, and you don't want to do that. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you do that, but it's the end of the world as we know it. There's your song for the day, folks. I like to clickety-click. It's a whole lot easier when you get a 600 blade on your auger. Just sit there and click and you get your mining all the way leveled up in your miner 69er. I still get that all the time. How in the world do you do so much block damage? Well, 600 blade, capped out miner 69er, and you can accomplish the same, folks. You can do the same thing you see the old Grand Spartan doing here. Looks like this iron back over there, nothing else. So back over to the coal. Kind of shaving that off, hoping that we find more coal. But I think as we get deeper in the hole, down in there from whence we came, we get down in there, you're going to find more. There's more coal to be had in that particular location. Kind of getting to the area too where I dug that, spiral area out. I'm going to have to get kind of crafty. Of course, we're not going to be here much longer. I mean, look at my inventory. Let's go ahead and use one of these in case we get hit by a zombie and throw the other one out. We'll get more when we get back to the base to replace those we took out of the mini bike. Of course, it doesn't matter. You get the zombie infection, you can go for a long time without taking an antibiotic. You go through stage 1 and stage 2. Unless you get hit by the hazmat guy and you get that stage 2 instantly. You can go a long time. Well, there's coal right there. Yeah, coal right there. Look at that. Maybe I need to dig up into this iron a little bit more and make sure I'm not missing out on it. Man, this is just nothing but resources, resources, resources. We've only hit a few iron nodes, and look at this. We're already up to a stack and part of another. Boy, right now I'm about to start pooping something out. I don't want to poop anything out. We only want the good stuff. Got the good stuff. Yeah, let's get some of that. Give me some of that. If we could go back with 5 stacks of coal, that would surpass what I had in mind. I figured we'd be lucky if we could get 2 stacks of coal. But I was hoping to get 3. If we can come back with 5, wow. Just do it layer by layer like you see me doing here. And you don't miss anything. And you don't lose anything either to a collapse or something like that. Kind of chasing that coal right there. I kind of changed my method over time. I used this technique a little bit on 15, but you know, it really didn't kick in until Alpha 16, where I started shaving it off layer by layer. It seems like I would find these areas on Alpha 16 that had a large area full of resources, so I just decided to start shaving it off level by level. And then I wouldn't miss anything, and I wouldn't have to chew a awful looking hole like what we had over there. Our mine wouldn't look something like that, as that's awful. Nice flush flat area. Only thing we run into by doing it this way is we stand a chance of a cave-in, much like you saw over there. Of course, that was all gravel. That was all gravel. This is stone where I'm at now, so much less chance of a cave-in with it being stone. But either way, that'd be your only real risk by doing it this way, is because I'm covering such a large area. You know, I'm shaving off such a large area. There are no supports. You can put supports in, probably just going to get in your way. But if you know there are no resources, like let's say, well, there's resources all over there. There are resources up here. I still got to shave that off. But somewhere out in the middle of the room, you just stay away from it. You know, even if there are resources, I guess. You just stay away from it. You can put supports. You can put supports up in your mine. Some people do that. Not me. I don't worry about no stinking supports. Let it fall. Let it all fall down. I do not care. I quite enjoy watching it all collapse, to be honest with you. Rather pleasing to watch. All right, let's get this layer here, and we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to call it here in a moment, and go back to our base, because our inventory is gonna be full. Just looks like iron over there. I don't know if I'm going to go any further this way or not. Let's chew up some gravel in this area and see if there's anything else other than iron. I think that's all just iron. And it'd be a waste of our time to go over there. Make sure I'm not full yet. Oh, look, it's snowing. Oh, that hurts when you see that happen. It's a shame I can't go down there and pick it up. Every once in a while, the little node will poop out into a bag. And you go pick it up. It's not very often that that happens, though. We'll be able to make enough bulletproof glass to recreate some massive structure that you see in real life made out of glass. I don't know, I was trying to think of something to name, a structure to name, but I don't know, some big glass structure, know that. Or a ton of shotgun shells, which is what we're most likely going to use the lead for. How's our inventory doing here? It's full. It's full. So we didn't quite get the all the stacks that I had hoped to get. We got what I set out to get for coal. And as we go deeper into this, we're gonna get more coal. But we certainly got the lead that I was thinking we'd get, plus plenty more. There's that coal right there. I'll chew off this area where that coal is at real quick before we get out of here. Get just a little bit more coal, and I will be satisfied. Refuel and repair. Oh, it's nothing like a nice repaired auger when you're mining. You just chew through this stuff. What is that I'm pooping out? Oh, it's just stone. Well, what a trip. What a trip. And look at all of the resources still to be had. That's going to cave in at some point. That's going to certainly cave in. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this right there as lead coal. Lead coal. And we're going to get our frames out now. And build our way up here. Oh yeah, I was worried I was going to bump my head. Not going to bump my head here. It's a wide open hole. Oh, there's a zombie woman. Hello, zombie woman. Don't fall in my hole. Oh, it's so easy on walk during the day. Instead of having to always run. I'm spoiled now. You know, that difficulty always run. Boy, what a difference. Look at that hole though. There's a little cave in right there. A little cave in, that's all. So my mini bike is over there. We have that marked off. We can come back there at any time. Well, here's our snow biome. It's actually the forest. Before we end this episode though, I'm gonna ride over and I'm gonna check out this other biome and see what the snow biome looks like. How large it is. If it is a snow biome. I mean, I see white, but there's desert there on both sides of it, so I don't know what that means. Snow biome and desert all in one. Means we're going to take 3 steps and be burning up. Then we step back 3 and we're going to be freezing. What that means. Hypothermia to heat stroke. Heat stroke to hypothermia. Well, I guess if we get too cold, we can always standing deer's a deer. Oh, I hesitated. I waited too long. I was trying to get the perfect shot, and there he goes. He's running back. Oh, and I don't have a crossbow bolt in my crossbow. Oh, dear. Ah. You sucker, you. You're going to make me run into a zombie here in a minute, dear. I'm not going to be happy with you. Oh, he's going to roll down the mountain. He'd be rolling down the mountain when he rolls. No, no, he stopped. Go ahead and get another crossbow bolt up in there. We're just going to throw that stone out. I guess we could stick that in there or something. I had the torches thinking I was going to need that to leave a little breadcrumb trail. Nope. Did not. Did not need to. Little man's cold. Little man's cold. Or that's the right direction right there. So let's ride over real quick. Boy, this is already a 40-minute episode. I didn't mean to run you so long. Of course, I did set out, you know, with the intentions of going as long as I needed to go today to get that mining done. I know most of you probably watched about 5 minutes and they're like, well, enough of this. Enough of these shenanigans with the mining and stuff. Shame on you if you pass this up. I know. We just got all that lead. You're like, what do you need more lead for? You can't ever have enough lead, folks. You can never have enough lead. Well, here's a snow biome. And what does it look like? It actually looks like a legitimate snow biome. Look at that, folks. So, jump off my mini bike and look at this a little bit more. Goes that way. It's not much, but it's enough. It's enough so that we could come up in here. I just want to see over the edge and how far this goes. Well, that's it right there. And that's that little town. Yeah. We'll probably come back over here because our elevation is plus 162. Imagine if you dug a pit at minus 57 from plus 162. How far they would have to fall. Problem with that is they'd never detect you. You could be down at, they'd stand around the top. But they're like, I don't know where he's at. You know where he's at? No, they're not going to fall in there. I've done that before. You know, I built a base like that on the multiplayer server. Old Crow and I did. We shaved off the side of a mountain. And, yeah, we had to have one guy up top and one guy down in the pit. And it didn't work out so well. Not, you know, you can't do it by yourself, in other words. You can't have a one-man base by having it so deep. But there's a good bit of snow over here. We'll come back. Maybe tomorrow's episode we'll do that for just a short time. Because I feel pretty confident in the snow biome I can run into nitrate quickly. And I may have already had a nitrate mine set up somewhere else. I know we've had a few of them over the course of this Let's Play. I'll just have to take a glance around the map. Maybe even go back some episodes or something like that. I know I had a mining Monday a few months ago. And see where it was that we went to get what we got. When we got what we got, we're going to head on back to the base now and get some lead kicking in the forge. I mean, why not? All right? Why not? We almost ran over it. Shame on you if you pass that stuff up. Well, make sure, if you've hung in here throughout this episode, I'll have to give you a little treat or something. I don't know. I have to give you a little prize, because I know 330's here. He didn't get a prize, because he enjoys this too much. He enjoys this mining stuff too much. That's his prize. That's his prize. But, you know what I was going to say is if you've hung in here this long, absolutely make sure you make a comment as to how I do that lighting. Probably the only comment I'm going to get 330. He's going to say, hey, I think you should do the lighting this way. But, yeah, make sure you leave a comment about how I should do the exterior lighting. We're just going to head on back. I see plenty of coal. Maybe if we're running over a coal pile, I'll stop. But, you know, spotlights. I just want to do a single pole with either a single or a triple light up top. and do a bunch of them. Deer! Yeah, Papa's bringing home the bacon today. Look at that. How much meat do we get on this trip out? 33. 330 and 33. Oh, wolf! Gonna have to up the number on that now. Aww. I like wolf meat. Yes, I do. All right. Well, that was a pretty good trip for meat and mining. Meat and mining. Maybe that's what we call today's episode, Meat and Mining with the Grand Spartan. And we'll probably paint this base on stream. I doubt I'd document that for the Let's Play. Probably paint the exterior portion of the base on stream. But got to get everything built first. You know, all the spotlights and everything in place outside before I go rolling on paint. Oh, we made it back, folks. 46 minutes and about 25 seconds later, we made it back. Glass is capped. We can take that out, put that in there. And look at that. 6,000 stacks. Look at all that extra lead we have, folks. That's a lot. It's the most we've had in quite some time. That in there. Iron down there. A little bit of iron that we did get. And ammo. Coal, look at that. Coal right there. Tell you what, we can take a couple stacks of this stuff right now. And go ahead and do... Oh, gotta go over here, though. Tell me we have fuel. We don't have fuel in there. And we don't have fuel in there. So I need to grab a bit of fuel from right there. That's right. We were making first aid kits, so we needed that grain alcohol. Let's go over here. Do the same thing. Stone. Sand. First aid. Food. Look at all that meat. And I wish I could transfer that over to my stream series. Still left over with 3 stacks of coal. 3 stacks of coal after all of that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you hanging in there today. You hung in here for the entire episode. Then tip of the hat to you, sir or ma'am. We got a lot accomplished. We got a lot of resources there. Kind of hold us over for a while. Have one more day of it. Going to get the nitrate, and then we'll be able to make a decent amount of gunpowder. Already have 7,000 kicking over there, and hope to have another, 10, 12, 15,000 or so kicking once we get the rest of that nitrate. We'll end standing in the same spot in the base where we started. Ladies and gentlemen, you have yourselves a good day, good evening, wherever you may be located. I will see you all tomorrow.